Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth time and bandwidth. Today's game is The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Ding dong, the rat is dead. And I think we all know who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Team. What, is that joke too mean? Well anyway, is it worth becoming a detective to uncover who offed the hog? Let's find out. Who Murdered Sonic the Hedgehog is a free visual novel released on April Fool's Day 2023 by Sega that asks one question. Who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah, it's all in the name. The plot is simple. You play as a train attendant on a super smart luxury train where Sonic and his pals, sans some of the weirder ones, are celebrating Amy's birthday. But it's supposed to be a murder mystery party quickly goes south when Sonic might actually be dead. So you team up with Tails and Amy sometimes to figure out who executed the hog. The game plays like a much simpler version of Phoenix Wright, particularly the investigation portions of those games. You'll go into a train car, which usually has a Sonic friend or two, gather clues, and then interrogate the friend to figure out their alibi. This consists of presenting evidence to contradict their statements, following which you will perform a mini auto-running platforming game where you need to gather enough rings to pass. The game doesn't require you to actually figure out the contradiction besides picking the item. Your character and Tails will do that by themselves. Lather, rinse, repeat over the train's couple of rooms until you figure out who killed Sonic, followed by an extended version of that running game to close the whole thing out. The draw here is the entertaining writing, which if you are a fan of Sonic and his friends, I imagine is quite the treat. The game enjoys playing the various characters off each other for comedic effect, and is chock full of Easter eggs and side references to obscure Sonic franchise stuff that hardcore fans will enjoy discovering. And really, that's the whole game. It's a short, bite-sized mystery VN with the Sonic crew, plus an auto-running minigame to keep it from getting too repetitive. So what do I like about Who Murdered Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, the game is just fan service central when it comes to its references, characters, inside jokes, and more. There are some really great and obscure Easter eggs here that I found incredibly entertaining. Additionally, the writing is surprisingly really good, with a lot of great humor that plays well off both Sonic's reputation as a game franchise and the characters' personalities in general. And lastly, for a free joke game, it has a surprisingly decent production value. Particularly, I found the art for all the characters to be excellent, a completely decent soundtrack, the running minigame feels fleshed out, and the whole package is solid. When it comes to the bad, the complete lack of needing to actually make connections between items and their contradictions is a bit disappointing, as it feels less like a detective game and more like Tails solves the case and I just happen to be there. Additionally, the minigame does get a little tired, especially at the end when you have to do it a dozen times in a row to finish the game. There's an option to turn it off, but still. And lastly, if you don't care about Sonic, you won't care about this. I don't think that's a huge surprise, but this is clearly made for fans, and if you aren't a fan, this is not gonna change your opinion or anything. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. Sonic is dead, long live Biggs the cat. But seriously, for a free joke game, I was genuinely impressed by how good this was over its short runtime, even if I did wish it had a little more depth in its detecting segments. As I said, if you don't care about Sonic at all, you probably don't need to play this, but if you do enjoy that little blue ball of speed, absolutely go have fun for a couple of hours figuring out who 86'd him. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Who Murdered Sonic the Hedgehog, it was a great little April Fool's Day treat, but I want to know your opinion on it, so please let me know in the comments, and then go out there and check this one out. And then go out there and murder Sonic the Hedgehog. Wait.